Hello folks and welcome back to Mindustry. I quite honestly am at a little bit of a loss of what to do or how to approach this. We looked at Sector 70 last time and we just got hammered for 2 hours essentially. If you watched the whole video, I greatly thank you. If you did not, it's okay. You missed me losing is essentially how that worked out. And I'm not feeling so hot right now, so I want to kind of take a step back and kind of evaluate what we had. A lot of the reason why we lost was, one, my indecision in forgetting how to do things, but two, was a lack of resources. We had to shut down our production on several items, especially on repair time, because we just didn't have the resources to do it. So my kind of goal right now is to rebuild some things, to figure out a new place where we can kind of generate some stuff, and also to kind of just play a little bit here. So we're going to go into this random sector. I haven't picked out any of this. I just randomly selected one that's near some of our other stuff, has a low threat, and we're just going to play, and we're just going to have fun. And that's all this video is about, is going through and having a little bit of fun. I'm assuming this is going to be a water-based bad guy setup because there's water that is clearly just going to lead directly to us. Let's take a look at this map here. This is actually a pretty big map, but I'm assuming they're coming from somewhere over there. They're not going to be ground units at this point. I just can't see it. It's going to either be air or water, and my money is on water. And we do have lots of sand available to us. We don't have a lot of coal, it looks like. Do we have any coal? That would be useful if we had coal. Okay, so we don't have that. Real quick, I just had an idea. If I click on this, hey, I can see all my stuff right there. Okay, so there's no coal on this planet. That sucks. So we'll have to go back here and figure out how we are going to produce power. Because we don't have any coal whatsoever, which means we can't do a lot of things. Okay, we'll figure it out. Let's unpause very quickly here. We're just going to set up some basic stuff. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is a complete and total return to basics. Nothing complicated, just playing the game as we love to do. All right, so we'll do the basics here. We'll get some of this set up. Beautiful. And let's, we can, not that one. We can go through and find this guy. And we're just going to say, hey, you know what? Let's launch a ridiculous amount of stuff that we don't need into a sector that doesn't need it. We'll figure out what to do from there. Mainly I want silicon so I can produce some power. Alright, we've already gotten our supply of things in. We have a little lead, a little scrap. Let's go through and see, my brain is all about just, hey, let's go through and wreck their house. But that's not our goal right now. They're coming to us. There are a total of 20 waves, and today is just about having some fun. So we're going to build a little power area. We'll get our little power nodes set up. See how far away we can be? It's going to be beautiful. And then we'll add a nice large battery there. Connect those bad boys up. And the only reason I'm really doing this is because I want to be able to power some real equipment. That's going to allow us to transport some of this stuff faster and easier than what we have already. All right, so our power is on the plus side. It's real low. It's at 86. And if we were to add on our 2 water extractors there, it's going to rob them of all of that, but that's okay. Because again, we're just having some fun. So let's go in and fill in more of all of this. And we'll just make sure we have the power to support all of this. There we go. And I suppose they need to be hooked up to some power. There we go. Look at that. All right. Our dreams of making silicon here are pretty much gone because we don't have the option to really do that. But I will put in some stuff here to make sure we have a fighting chance against whatever we may face, which is going to be boats. It has to be boats. It better be boats. But we'll put all that stuff in. Put in some overpowered stuff. And we're going to be fighting some boats here in just a moment. And it's going to be ugly, I think. But that's okay. We'll deal. Nope, we're out of that, so we're not going to worry about that part of this. Alright, we'll just build these guys for now, even though I'd like to have something significantly more overpowered than that. It's okay. Alright, we have that. Let's go down this way. There we go, that's what I wanted. I want an area that we have some real power. I say that semi-facetiously because this is not power in any sense of the word. This is just the basics. But if we take a look, I should have salvos. We have plenty of salvos that we can put on there, so we are going to do that. And we can cover pretty much the entire map, which is kind of fun with that. So we'll do something like that. We'll throw all of this stuff in. Can I at least get... Yeah. This was a bad choice, and it's okay. I didn't hit a good sector that does not have a lot of resources that we need to have or want to have, and that's okay. I'm pretty sure there's no way to spin scrap out of that. We do have thorium, which is kind of fun, but we don't have any phase, because otherwise I'd build some RTT generators and we'd be fine. We do need to produce more power, so we're just going to add in more solar panels. And as those come online, we are getting closer and closer to breaking even with our power production. There we go. We're beyond even, excuse me. And we're probably going to do something like that. Now, really what I should do is just provide some pumps. Let's do that. Split that bad boy off of there. I don't know why I made that more complicated than it needed to be, but I did. And I guess we're going to need some more pumps. Alright, and water's returning back to normal for that. We're probably going to do something similar over here. Let's get rid of all that. Let's see, if we put an air blast drill in 180 power versus our laser drill, which is 66 power. Yeah, we're going to do 2 of those. 1, 2. We'll have that stuff just boop and boop. You can see I am very serious with my to this level right now. Alright, we have our first bad guys on the way. Let's just roll on down and see where they're at. What's coming are... Oh, it's air. Okay. If this would be an all-air battle, I'm down for that. That would be great. We should have no problem taking care of air-based problems here. I said problems a lot there. I apologize. But there should be no real issue with taking care of air-based combat in this round. There we go. Knock them out real fast. And then what I'm going to do is do some silliness. And those are going to be there. And their only real job... Well, we can do salvos, can't we? We can do salvos. What the hey? And their only job there is to just give us a little backup. There we go. And what's beautiful about this is we're not really mining for resources per se. So we have a little bit more freedom in how we approach parts of this. Let's say we want to do something silly like that, where we don't really need to have any of that firing, but we can, and we will, because again, they're covering the core. They're just there as backup. And then I just need to protect them against any sea-based things that may come along. Alright, we have those. I mean, we can go much closer to the bad guys if they're going to send us air units. You gotta see where they're actually coming from. Okay, so this area. So, let's see what they have coming our way. Another air unit. Okay, I just want to see the path, because we can put some stuff there. And then it should get whacked out of... Yeah, it doesn't exist past that point. Okay. So let's play a game. Alright, we could do something silly like this. And that's going to just come like that. If we lose our ability to do some of the other stuff here, it's going to be a problem, but that's okay. And what I mean by that is that we're going to provide this power with some solar panels. Let's put a bigger one in there. Okay. And a large battery is going to exist out there somewhere. And then we can build some salvos. And we're just throwing those in there. Well, I guess we're going to have to provide some more power here shortly. There we go. And we're slowly moving towards the plus side of power on that. It's nighttime, which is our biggest problem right now. It'd be super helpful to have a larger thing, but we don't have any phase for whatever reason. Alright, we're on the plus side of power. The sandstorms have gone away. This thing is producing what it needs to produce. And let's see what happens here. That's just ridiculously entertaining for me. I don't know why. I love watching that, but that was fun. Excuse me, if you still hear my cough, I still have not been able to get rid of it. It's been since Thanksgiving. For those of you not in the States, or American Thanksgiving. Excuse me, my Canadian friends. That's like the 23rd of November, and it is now almost December, or the end of December. It's almost the end of December, and I still have this cough. It's driving me crazy. All right, let's go in here. We're going to make sure we have a vault, or do I want to do a container? Let's do a vault. Why not? So we'll do that there, and then we can have an unloader go right there, and we should be in good shape. And that unloader is only going to be responsible for that. So that should be picking up equipment. Beautiful. With that, that is being powered up slowly but surely. And all of this stuff is being protected. We just need to maybe build some walls to do said protecting. Now, being able to bring in outside goods is awesome. We can do lots of stuff with that. I really wanted to set up a silicon production facility. And I know if I hit escape, I can just abandon this and go to another sector and find all the stuff I need to have. But I don't want to do that. I want to play the game a little bit more pure than that. It's not really pure, but it's just a little bit. All right, we're going to have to get some copper here real soon because we are running dangerously low as we build. There we go. It's so entertaining to just watch them get splat. All right. So let's go back. This feels like a more of a return to basics, like how I used to play, where I could just go in, make decisions, and those decisions would impact the game overall, but it wouldn't like be like a massive problem. Whatever I decided, it would be okay. And I kind of miss that way of playing, where right now every decision I make feels like it's do or die, and I will lose or cost myself multiple hours if I do the wrong thing. And that is an enormous first world problem that I am fully able to own up to. But I would also like to just enjoy the game sometimes and go through and just play some basic things, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. It's just to get the basics accomplished and kind of figure out, am I able to exist in this game properly? So we're gonna keep playing here, just do some basic stuff because we are basic people, and we're just gonna go through and make sure that we have ourselves covered. I was hoping this copper production area up here would be a little quicker than what it is, but it's actually pretty slow. Here we go. We got more air defenses set up there. Let's see. Oh, we got more copper down here that we can play with. Alright, we're already taking care of these waves. They're just not making it out of some of these spots. And they're barely hurting us. I suppose I could put a mender on there, and that uses up 18 power per second. Yeah, we can do that. And it's going to help. You're going to make everybody feel better. There we go. Thank you, Mint. Alright. So we have all of that. We have this stupid, unnecessary setup right here, which I kind of love. Let's put a vault on that. So we'll put it all going there, and then we can put an unloader right there for when I need it. There we go. And we'll just keep this carousel going forever. As long as we're able to fill stuff up, it doesn't matter, right? Well, we'll find out about that. It just looks like we're going to have a carousel going. Let me just get rid of that and just keep these guys pumping stuff in. And hopefully we won't have any problems with that. All right. So we have these really exaggerated long supply lines, which is fine because our enemy isn't really too much of a threat for us. I suppose I could mine just a ton of sand and throw it in there and transport that to wherever we need it to be, but I don't think that's necessary for what we're doing here. Everything looks fine on this end. You guys all have your stuff. We have air defenses here and there and that one right there, which I secretly love. And I mean, I know they're coming from over here and flying up, but I could even mess them up down there. I'm not going to do that because I don't think it's necessary. But let's see. Is there anything that makes sense to try to produce or to do here? I mean, there's tons of scrap, like tons of scrap. I don't think there's any reason to use it or to do anything with it. So I could use a disassembler and that puts scrap in and makes slag. Oh, I'm sorry. Scrap and slag. So I'd need to do that. I'd also need a melter, which uses tons of power. I wish there's I just don't have a good power solution for this one. Otherwise, I could do stuff. There's just no good way to produce power in this particular sector. If I had phase going, I'd be able to do stuff, but I don't have that option. So I'm just going to kind of slowly fast forward through this. So we have two of those guys. They're both going to get shot down immediately. Ooh, we got a boat. Look at this. Look, we got a boat. There we go. All right. Things are getting more interesting here now that we have some bad guys to deal with. So let's deal with them the only way we know how, which is to build salvos. So we're going to need to slowly get these set up like so. And then we're going to salvo it up. Let's just build right like that. And we're going to do something stupid like this. That can go away because it doesn't matter. And let's try to move away a little bit just so we can get the basics built. But I'm absolutely in love that we have something different. I was worried that this was going to be a really stale sector that had no real challenge in. While the boats are not like the most challenging thing in the world, they at least provide a little bit more than what we had before. Because what I was thinking about doing was, hey, we have an air factory and we can increase the stuff on that air factories, use up a bit of power and a bit of resources. Like I would do a mono, so we have stuff for that. And I really could just go with monos and be happy. Maybe we'll do that. Let's find out. Because I have them go out and mine for the resources that we are lacking, which right now, for what this game is concerned with, or this sector is concerned with, is mainly just copper. That's the only thing we're really lacking a lot of right now. So let's go with an air factory. This is such a terrible idea. There's no reason to have this on there, but we're going to do it anyway because we can. All right, so you should be, I want a mono, We're filling up on our stuff. Let's see here. Oh, we're producing tons of power. Look at us. It's daytime. We should store the crap out of all this. There we go. We're going to use up so much battery power that we will never, ever be able to fill. But it makes me happy to know that we have over 500,000. We're at 650,000 on our battery capacity. That's gorgeous. There we go. And look at us. We're mining some ore for ourselves. Well, we're gonna win this one with just being stupid, and I'm okay with that. So let's see. We got 2 bad guys coming this time. We got the boats. We got the... Yep, you guys don't matter. You're meaningless to us. Again, meaningless. And, oh, these guys got on there as well. Let's see, we got a little action happening for those menders. We'll make sure they get all healed up. And I guess we should probably provide a little bit more battery power, because we're maxing this one out too. Alright, and I'm just going to keep this rolling, because there's no... I don't foresee any real challenge with this. Unless they start flying out some crazy stuff, which is not going to happen. We're going to get the sector without any real concern. Just need to load up on the ammo. There we go. Ooh, 3 flares. Watch out. Ooh, and a boat. There we go. Nothing too big a deal. We'll wait till the ammo is reloaded up here. We're using up some of our reserves, but that's okay. And again, I should probably make a little vault going there. Little unloader action there. And that's not necessary in the slightest, but it makes me feel better. And look at our copper production. It's already up over 5,000 with just a few little dudes here helping us out. Reducing our power. I'm very happy right now. I know I kind of started this a little salty, a little beleaguered, because it's been a while since we had just a sector that made sense to my brain, and this sector makes sense to my brain. I understand this sector. I get it. I know what I'm supposed to do, and it makes me happy that I finally feel at home with what my goal is here. Just a simple sector where I have just way too many resources to do good for anybody, and I just feel good about it. Alright, so let's just add that guy up there, just for funsies. Let's see what comes our way this time. We got a boat, I know that. We got 3 flares. Alright. Not a big deal. You guys get shot down very quickly. And you get wiped out pretty quickly as well. We'll give ourselves a second to kind of reestablish ourselves, and then we'll go to town again. Just very quickly. Yeah, see, they fly up this way. So this whole dark area is dark as far as we are concerned. And then we get some daylight up here where they get smacked by scatters, because that's all we need to have for this. So again, those guys would continue straight up there. Not going to run into any problems. These guys. There we go. If I were doing this, I'd knock out this power node, because we all know that I love to knock out a good power node to disable things, but I've been met with mixed success on that. Ooh, 2 ships. Let's see how we do here. I'm a little interested. And lots and lots and lots of those guys, of the flares. They get knocked out pretty quick. Ship 1 is toast. Ship 2 is toast. Beautiful. I probably should have held that back a little longer. My bad. But it's okay. Because usually you have a bad one and then you have a little bit of an easier one, which we have right here. And we're going to let our health regain back up on that. If we really want to play stuff, can we go? Can we get a we can get it. How much power does that use up? 240. What are we producing right now? Oh, heck yes, we can do that. Force projector. Boom. Put that in there. And then we're going to provide some water. And this is just, it's not even fair. It's not right. I've done a terrible thing. Look, they can't even touch us. Ooh, we got bombers coming in. You see what they're doing? They're doing exactly what I would have done. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some menders throughout this area. Make sure we are set with everything. Yeah, you can see our power's way down all of a sudden. But that's okay, because we can build. Here we go. All right. Let's see what they have coming for this next round. Some horizons. And we know I love a good horizon. You know, they're just going to get smacked. And really all they're hurting. Oh, that one's a little rough there. So let's see if we can heal that bad boy up. The pump, nothing else took a direct hit. Just that particular piece of conduit took a absolute direct hit. Now we can go in and put some plated conduit in there. Maybe we'll do that. Oh goodness, no. There we go. Okay. Now let's bring for this next round. We got 8 bad guys coming our way, which should be 4 and 4. Nope, it's 3, 3, and 3. Which? 1, 2. Okay, there's only 2 of those. Not a big deal. They're going to come and attack us there. Again, it's not too big of a deal, especially if they don't get the shots off. And the ships made it a little farther, but we have captured our sector. I am very happy. I feel accomplished. And we did some stuff that we really just don't need to do. But it's okay that we did. So the only other thing I want to do here real quick is build some launch pads. So we can stop building those guys, because we don't need that. But let's 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll build our unloaders like so. 1, 2, 3. Should have plenty of power for all that? Oh, no, we don't. Okay. So we're going to build some power to support all of that as well. And I'm actually going to save all of that. So plastium needs to go, silicon needs to go, and what else do we need? Thorium? Sure. And we're on the plus side of power again. Oh, it's nighttime. That's why we went down on power so much. Okay, no worries. The only other thing I really want to do is slap in a little thing to help us out. So we can repair ourselves. And there we go. Oh, we need to... almost there we go. There we are. All right, folks. Well, that's going to wrap us up here for today. Thanks for joining me. I feel better about myself. And let me know what I should do next. Should I go and try to just start capturing sectors to farm things out? Or should I do something different? Which I don't know what that different is, but we'll figure it out. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you later. Have a good one.